They're practical, they make great gifts, and for makers, they're a fantastic way to promote yourself at scale while still sending a message of quality and craftsmanship. But how do you make hundreds of them quickly without sacrificing the look and feel of a handmade premium product? That's what we're going to find out today. So join me as I try to make 100 wooden keychains in a single day. I wanted to make some smaller products to give away as a way to promote my woodworking. I've handed out stickers before, but they don't really say much about the craft itself. I wanted something that people would actually keep and value. Quality is key here, and it starts with the materials. For these, I'm only using hardwoods to give them a premium feel and a finish that will last. I often use these 55mm boards for wood turning blanks, and they usually leave me with offcuts that are too small for turning, but far too good to throw away. They're perfect for a project like this. I rip them into roughly 5mm strips on the table saw. A bandsaw would probably be a better tool, but I don't have one. And that's one of the nice things about this project. You really don't need much more than a table saw and a laser engraver. And if you don't have a table saw, you can simply start with sheet materials like basswood or MDF. Once the strips are cut, I sand everything to 180 grit. I could sand them all the way to the final finish now, but I suspect the laser will leave a bit of soot behind, so instead I'm going to split the sanding in 2 stages. We'll see later if it turns out to be the right decision. The laser work will happen in 2 steps. First I'll cut the shapes, then I'll do the final sanding before engraving both sides. And that's where batching becomes really important. The actual laser time depends on your machine, but for this project I'm using the Creality Falcon A1 Pro. Its 20-watt laser has plenty of power for this kind of work, and because it's fully enclosed, I don't end up filling up the entire workshop with smoke. For the design work I use Inkscape, while LightBurn handles the laser and all the batching. The design itself can be as simple or elaborate as you want. I'm keeping mine fairly clean. First I draw the keychain shape. Then I add my logo and channel name for one side. For the other side, I'm using a tree design I bought on Etsy with a commercial license for a few dollars. And that's it, ready to import into LightBurn and set everything up. To speed up cutting the shapes from the strips, I first make a simple template out of craft paper. That lets me swap strip after strip into exactly the same position without having to realign anything. I'm working with 4 different hardwoods, so my goal is to find cutting settings that work well for all of them. That way I don't have to keep changing settings between batches. Engraving is a different story. I couldn't find one setting that worked perfectly for every species, so I ended up batching similar woods together instead. Once the settings are dialed in and the layout is optimized, it's time to start cutting. This is just line cutting, so even with 2 passes, it's surprisingly quick. Each batch takes about 15 minutes, and I can fit 24 keychains on the machine. So cutting all 100 takes a little over an hour, including swapping the materials between batches. One of the great things about a laser is that once it's running, it only needs monitoring. That means I can start the next step while the machine does its work. The laser leaves a little soot around the edges, so waiting until now to do the final sanding turns out to be the right decision. I had hoped to sand 4 at a time using the cutouts as a holder, but that idea didn't last long. I end up sanding 2 at a time instead, which adds quite a bit of time. If you got a smarter way of doing this, let me know in the comments. Now it just becomes a production line, cutting one batch while sanding the previous one. Once all the blanks are finished, it's time for engraving. And this is where batching really starts to matter. Just like before, I make another craft paper template, so every keychain drops into exactly the same position. This time I managed to fit 32 pieces on the bed. I dial in the settings for best engraving quality, and immediately make my first big mistake. This batch is going to take over 2 hours. When I tested the settings, I only thought about quality. I completely ignored speed. Instead, I should have found the fastest settings that still looked good. Luckily, I have plenty more batches to experiment on. By increasing the speed, raising the power and twerking the line interval, I cut the runtime with almost an hour, without any noticeable loss in quality. That's a huge improvement. I finished both sides of the first batch so we can start assembling them while the next batch engraves. The first thing is choosing the cord. At first I considered ordinary kitchen twine, but after seeing how good the keychains looked, that just didn't seem right. Instead, I went with a synthetic leather cord. It costs a little more, but it completely changes how premium the finished product feels. Now comes the oil finish. It protects the wood and gives a sturdier surface, and watching the grain and the engraving come alive is incredibly satisfying. Given how long the fill engravings take, I got plenty of time to enjoy it too. Then I noticed something. Have a look at this. Whenever the designs line up, the laser fires the whole pass and on all the pieces on that row. But because I rotated half the keychains to fit more on the bed, the laser now spends a huge amount of time traveling without firing, and it adds to the engraving time. So I redesigned the entire layout. I lose 4 keychains per batch, but the runtime drops from around 1 hour to just 40 minutes. Now we're talking. If this project inspired you, I got some great news. Creality supplied the Falcon A1 Pro for me to use in this project, and they've also agreed to give a brand new Falcon A1 to one of you. I reviewed that machine a while ago, and it's a really good beginner laser engraver for sure. To enter, simply leave a comment telling me which one of today's 4 wood species is your favorite. I'll show you all 4 in just a minute. You'll find the full giveaway details in the description. As the production line keeps moving, I also start learning which wood species work best for a project like this. Ash turned out to be my least favorite. The grain is simply too much, which makes the engraving looks less sharp and more uneven. White oak turned out beautifully. The engraving is crisp and the oil really brings out the color, although it needed a little more cleanup after cutting. Sapele gives the highest engraving contrast, but it's lighter in weight than the others. My personal favorite is Padauk. The engraving is dark and crisp. The edges come out almost black without looking burnt, and it has a nice density and weight that makes the finished keychain feel really premium. Let me know in the comment which one you like, or if you have suggestions for another species that will work even better. These need a little time for the oil to cure, so while I'm waiting, I want to show you one last trick, something that turns these from simple keychains into a real marketing tool. I recently discovered that LightBurn has a built-in QR code generator, so I made some small craft paper tags. Now, when someone picks up one of these keychains at a market or craft fair, they can scan the QR code and go straight to my YouTube channel. A simple little addition, but it could turn a free keychain into a new subscriber. And since the cutout leaves me with another template, I simply flip the tags over and engrave the back as well. And that's it. It turned into a long day in the workshop, but with everything I learned today, I could probably make 200 keychains in a day next time. Don't forget to enter the giveaway, and if you have ideas for making the process even faster, I'd love to hear them in the comments. Thanks for watching.